gorgeous ones. Welcome to Crystal Communications. My name is Jadee. So good to see you here. How you doing? You doing good? So it's holiday season. We've got Christmas wreath. Sort of looks like an Australian-sized spider up there on the wall, but it's a Christmas wreath. Is that how you say it? Or wreath? Anyway, it's holiday season and we want to make the most of these high frequency energies that are coming through. And I know it's so difficult because there's so much going on in the world. It's like highs and lows. You see one news article, you're like, great, this is going to be fine. And then you're like, oh my goodness, next page, And so really that power is always about connecting to your heart. And we're going through this collectively, which is why we're sort of seeing it on the world stage play out in this great awakening, which means we see the unveiling of the shadow side. Okay, so that's what is really going on. So I read a couple of your comments, and one of your beauties was saying that, since waking up to all the deprogramming, it's so overwhelming, not knowing what reality is, what we're meant to believe, it is very difficult. And, the thing to remember is that the one thing you can believe is your heart, what you love, what's precious to you. Think of, when we're in those places of confusion, or we're like, what do I believe? What you think of who you are. Like, what are the things that you know with all of your heart? That's what you believe, And so really in those moments, of this mass confusion, connect to those things that you're just like, my mind might be changed here, swayed here, there's like lots going on, but the one thing I know, that I know for certain is ... What is that for you? Think back to when you're a little one and you're like, I wish the world was different in this way, like why don't people, I love this, or what was it for you? Personally for me, I love animals. And it's like my heart is just like, I know with all my heart that they are, because we are. And so they connect me instantly to what matters and to what is real. And it's like, you might have love for someone, or for a pet, or for nature, or for God. It's like basically that thought that connects you to that truth. And connect to that. But know also you are being assisted. If you guys have seen my Instagram page or my TikTok, I recently posted the star Sirius, which is the brightest star in the Earth sky. It is also known as Canis Major, or the dog star, big dog star. And it was really cool because I actually dreamt of a wolf that night and all these dogs after gazing up at the Canis Major star. But it was a disco in the sky, guys. Go check it out on my Instagram, Unicorn Traveler, or Crystal Communications on TikTok. Amazing. I looked up at the sky and I was like, that looks like a rainbow in the sky. My eyesight's not fantastic, so I got the binoculars out and it was a rainbow. It was a disco, and I instantly felt their joy and gratitude as I tuned into that star. And this is what those forces want to keep us away from, because this stuff, it's only going to get stronger. You're only going to remember your divinity even more, right? And so they're like, oh, quick, feed them sugar, put on some hysteria on the news, tell them this is happening. They want you in fear because they don't want you to see this. They don't want you to remember who you are, but you remember. And you got to remember more and more that this star was shining. They were putting on a disco for you. And we're like light years away. I forget what it actually is. Something like, let me look it up. But it goes to show, and you could feel it. I felt like I was high as a kite, my loves. I was just like, life is good. Yeah. Serious, what did I write here? It was like I felt that much joy, and I was like, you know what, no matter what is going on in the world, it is such a blessed journey, and it's like, it's all that really matters. Love is the only thing that remains. All of these illusions that are put in place in front of us, all of these curtains of fear, are literally just that. They're an illusion to put a block between you and source. Okay, and that's why you regain your power by connecting to God, light, the infinite, That's what they don't want to know. It's like, it's very, very, very simple. But 8.611 light years apart. And it was like, they were right there. That's how quick love and light travels. It travels instantly. We feel it. And that's why your prayers, they help the collective. That's why you doing your healing work, it branches out and helps everyone around you. It helps people in other cosmos and galaxies. So beyond all of it, and yes, we live in this realm, which is a blessing. I know that's hard to believe sometimes, but it is. That healing work, that love, is really your birthright. And that's what we're strengthening. When you do your energy work, when you connect to the earth, it is like the number one thing you could ever do for yourself, honestly. And what did I write here? Love and light is the only true power and travels throughout all time and space. It's the only thing that remains. So we've got some players out here. We've got some shadows out here that are telling us this and that. And, you know, they want to be the king. And I know I want to be the ruler. And why don't we all just, you know, feed your sugar, block off your third eye. I think I've shared with you the vision. Like, there's so many ways that Earth could go. We have the possibility of living heaven on Earth, and your birthright is literally to feel like that bliss and joy, like I was feeling when I was connecting to Sirius. Your birthright, and absolutely within your possibility, is to feel that joy all the time in your physical vessel. Seriously. And when those blocks in front of us, it's about working through those, transmuting that energy. Okay, so we could be living the heaven on earth. That there are a few of those, you know, negative entities that are like, yeah, but if you're living heaven on earth, where are we going to live? Because we haven't done our shadow work and we need to cling to shadow. Don't let them go. You know, they're like, stay in the fear. Just come on. It's like misery loves misery, right? Like, come on, just stay in here with me. We're going to be fearful. You know? Seriously, that's what they're doing. Because when your energy is not going within and feeding your light and connecting to light, it feeds the outside source. So they want you on your phones and putting all your energy into the fear, the stories, that, you know, they want that. Look, we're in the physical realm. We do need to take actions in this physical realm. We do need to, you know, consciously stand up. And it's like, now is the time to connect to the greats like Einstein, Martin Luther King Jr., to remember that with all your heart. You know, those who stand for humanity and equality. Okay? Which side of history do you want to be on? Honestly, ask your soul, which side of history do you want to be on? And also remember that silence is compliance. It's you know, and I know you're like, no, it's not. I just don't feel like I can say or do anything right now. Well, my love, you can. Okay, and the whole part of this awakening is literally for humanity to say, I can, and I am worthy, and my voice matters. You know, and you're going to be doing those things. Every single person is going to be doing those things. And as more and more do those things, you know, use their voice, then we start living that heaven on earth. But in the meantime, we've got a couple of nerds and attention seekers that are trying to, you know, take it all over, you know, put the wool over the eyes of humanity. Yeah. Gosh, the visions, you know, it, like I was saying, could be absolutely beautiful. What the negative entities want to see is basically desolate earth. You know, like, we don't need the trees, we don't need the oxygen, just save a bit of oxygen. I think I've said this, like, the vision literally of one of the possible timelines is everyone's living in domes because it ain't safe out there. You got to live in the domes. You got to eat the food that's laced with this and drink the water that's laced with this. I know this is fearful, but I'm just saying, like, this is why it's important to speak up now, because this plan, humanity is currently saying yes to. Ooh, yeah, they're saying yes to it. There's some countries that are saying no. There's actually more than you would realize. The majority is saying no. But there's, you know, still, you know, love rules the world. Truly, it does. But there's still a lot of cash flow out there that's ruling, you know, the news. And And those that are really victims of the system because they aren't in their optimal, ability to be able to see clearly, to be able to have that conscious thinking. Okay, we've all been there. And, things like addictions, things like that, they keep us away from using our authentic voice. And that's why the healing journey is the way of voting for humanity. Your personal healing journey is you standing up for humanity as well. It's you standing up for your ancestors. It's you standing up for the earth. Your the children of the earth, the animals of the earth. Okay? Look, I don't want to be coming back here dealing with that earth vision that I saw. Like, what a mess. Like, no one wants to be here for that. All right? There's like, we're seeing the same folk that are, playing the tricks today there and there. I think the only tree left was this one table and it's in their boardroom cut in half, right? And they're like, oh, we've got the oxygen, and everyone else is just a zombie, and they've got those the cigarette things, and they're just puffing on their smoke. That is actually like a zombie thing, and your breathing is so shallow because you don't need oxygen. They have bred the human to be that level, and I know that sounds terrible. It sounds like an awful nightmare, but that's the plan. That's their plan. And we're saying no to that because we remember who we are. It's within your power. And look, when you connect to your heart and love, they don't exist. That's the whole point of this. Come back to heart and love. Connect to what matters. The earth, the blessing of being you, of being here, of learning, having fun, always evolving. Always a surprise, saying yes to the light and saying, surprise me, universe. Birds, it's that time of the day. I know I've gone on and on and on. Are you guys still here? I feel alone. It's just me and the birds now. I don't mean to lecture. Sorry, guys. Guys, forgive me. Let me just... Sometimes you just got to say, enough is enough. And you've just got to believe. And so what do you believe in? You believe in you. And you believe in your connection to light. Strengthen your source connection to light. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to say gratitude for your breath. Okay, like I got a lot to deal with, but a lot going on in the world. But thank you for that gratitude to God. Okay? And you can connect to your angels, and you can also use mantras like, I am now in my highest timeline. Because saying that transmutes any energy and allows you to step into your power. So use that, I am now in my highest timeline when you wake up in the morning. And believe. There are some other messages here. Yeah, it really is a spiritual war. That's exactly what it is. And, and a war on consciousness. So you're going to be regaining your, power of your consciousness. And look, guys, there is energetic attacks. I brought it up through the phone. If you are feeling jolts through your phone, pop it down. I cannot believe, the height of these people. It's crazy how much they've amped it up. It goes straight to the ovaries, to the reproductive system. Okay, or it'll go straight to a certain part, or it goes to the brain as well. So I don't want to put the fear out there, but there's this mapping. There's mapping that's happening. Okay, like an electronic field of mapping the surroundings and mapping the human body as well. That's the truth. All right, but there's also the natural energetic upgrade. So if you feel something like a shift in your energy, do not be fearful of it. You're not being, it's don't be fearful of it. This is those crystalline natural energetic upgrades happen because the earth is ascending. Okay, we've got the solar flares. This is all natural. That's you saying yes to the light. But if you've got your mobile phone and you're like, ow, I thought I had to look. I was like, that was a pinprick. That was definitely a pin. And then the side of the phone, it's going on. But they've got us in this space where we're like, oh, that didn't happen. Yes, it did. All right, yes, it did. Humanity is going to learn to rebalance. And remember that technology is of the light. It's just that it was stolen and it's in the wrong hands, but we're going to regain back that power and regain that balance. Love needed. You are so loved, and that's the answer, and that's the key always. Connect to love. Everything you do, first thing in the morning, connect to love. Why do you find something that you love? Plants, pets, someone, crystals, snoozing. What do you love? Really connect to the things that you love. Walk in the direction of joy. It's not about turning a blind eye. We still need to take conscious action because we are in this material realm. But you do also majorly need to just also say no to the negative consumption and yes, 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 yes to the good stuff. All right? Move your body. Really important to transmute this energy right now. Okay? Trust. And do something different. This is going to shift things around because we're going into the new year, guys. All right? So let's change the energy up. I wrote some notes. Sorry, guys, I keep moving that. Don't waste a second of your life. Life is now. Speak now, act now, do now. I know you feel like it's scary sometimes, but do something different. Move through that energy, all right? Strengthen the energetic field. I was remembering when I was a youngster watching TV, when you just feel sort of zoned out or you get a headache, it's that technological haze that's going on, and all of humanity is getting attached to it. We really do need to balance out. We really do need to reconnect with nature and with our humanity, okay? There's these things called deep fakes. You probably have heard of it by now. They're literally like mapping, like I'm sure I'm already an avatar where I'll appear one day in the future and it'll be me going, vaccines are really good. I believe in lacing, seriously, they're doing this stuff. And so you need to always use your discernment. It doesn't matter if it's me saying it. All right, you'll know because you guys know me. But if you feel like there's something that's, always trust what you know. Go back to what you love. Go back to God and the angels. I promise they are with you. Listen, because the choir sings for you, soul fam. I love you all so, so much. If you have any questions, if I can help in any way, you can reach me through the crystal store. There's the Patreon, there's all those things, but I'm always available. Always. If you're going through a rough time, just reach out to me, right? Got any questions? I'm there. I also do behavioral therapy. Some other notes here. Connect to the sun, okay? Connect to the light. You are taking your power back. Humanity is taking its power back. Yeah. It's going to be beautiful too. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I think that's everything, my loves. I'll do a reading next for Capricorn. I think Capricorn, maybe Pisces. I was thinking of Pisces too. Yeah, so we know the future timelines. There's a future that I've seen that we're not going to, ain't happening. We're going to realign to the light and we're going to that future where you're in your power, where you feel good, where you feel uplifted, where you feel excited, healthy for life, joyous, where you're here really experiencing your true self and enjoying the divinity of who you are. Okay, because you remember, and it's just going to become even more powerful. I love you so much. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I shall see you soon. I love you so, fam. Bye.